Well, there it is, that massive slice. Nobody likes that. Too many of you guys hit that shot, and if you're watching today's video, you're watching because you want to know how to get rid of that slice once and for all. Hi guys, I'm Ali Taylor down here at Heron's Reach, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get rid of that slice with your driver once and for all. I'm going to show you what's actually happening at impact to cause that slice, what really is important, the correct way of tackling that slice, because I get told by a lot of golfers, particularly that come down and see me, that they know they're doing this particular thing wrong in their swing, but it doesn't seem that they're able to change it. Therefore, they can't stop the slice. I'm going to show you maybe a slightly different idea of what you need to change first, so that you might start missing a little bit left rather than right to begin with, but then you'll be able to change what you need to stop that slice and maybe even get hitting some little draws with your driver. Right, so that shape shot at the start of the video is a shape of shot I see with so many golfers with driver. And like I said at the start, if you're watching this video, you probably struggle with that slice. Now, a lot of golfers nowadays, I would say, are reasonably knowledgeable on their golf swing, and they are fully aware that what causes that slice is the path that their golf club is moving is too much from out to in. So for a right-handed golfer swinging far too much to the left, and that's what's causing their slice. But I'm going to just show you some numbers on TrackMan from that first shot and show you what I believe the bigger issue is, and that if you change this bit first, it's much easier to change that out to in swing path. So we can see on that drive there, the club path was minus 10.3 degrees. So that means that the club face was swinging out to in 10.3 degrees. But for me, the bigger issue here is the club face to path. So because the club face to path was 8.6 degrees open, and it was only actually just under 2 degrees left of the target, we can see the ball sets off very close to the target and then shapes out to the right. So the key thing to understand is, with a centered strike with driver, the ball sets off incredibly close to where the club face points, and then the path the club travels on gives us the shape. So this is something I see with most golfers that come and see me or send videos in, that actually club face is actually the bigger issue. And I think the biggest problem for golfers is if at impact your club face was, say, pointing more towards the camera, you cannot swing from the inside because the ball would set off towards the camera and then slice. So the way a lot of golfers get round that is, instead of swinging nice and straight through the bottom, their brain works out that if I can get the club moving more left, at least the club face might point at the target, which logically makes loads of sense and kind of feels like the ball should go where we want. But like we saw there, the ball set off straight, and then because of the exaggerated path, we see lots and lots of shape. So if you're going to get rid of your slice, the first thing you need to fix is face. If we get more control on the club face, and if we could square the club face up, yes, the ball might go a little bit to the left, but at least then you could try and change your path. But if you change your path while your club face is still wide open, instead of hitting one that sets off straight and goes to the right, it's going to set off right and go, which is even worse. So, really quick thing to check on how we're going to control the club face is, if you set yourself up for me and then swing your club back to about waist height, what a lot of golfers will see there is the toe of the driver is pointing straight to the sky, which already means that that club face is open. And then as golfers make their swing down, that's where they'll swing more left to try and get the club at target. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to try for me, and we're going to hit a few shots with this, is we're going to take our normal hold of the golf club, and I want you to move both hands more to the right on the club, so into what you would consider a stronger hold. Now what that should allow you to do then is as you swing back, that leading edge of the club will be more at your spine angle, which is a much stronger club face position and should then allow you to get that club face more square at impact. Even if the path doesn't change for now, we should start hitting the ball a little bit to the left. So let's hit maybe just a little half swing, even though it's with driver first, and see if we can see a little bit more control on that club face. So I'm in my normal hold. I'm going to move my hands a little bit more to the right, and I'm just going to swing maybe a little longer than waist height and through. So I don't mind that that went low and left. So my path was still to the left, we can see 2.4. My club face was then 5.3 degrees closed to the path. So that would have been a little bit exaggerated, but if I was somebody who sliced the ball, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of that to begin with, because that's definitely not going to go there, and I'm definitely controlling the club face more. So I'd hit, you know, a sample size of 1 is never perfect, but for today's video, I'm not going to hit too many shots like that. I'm going to move into the full swing. Now, before I move into the full swing though, guys, just a quick point. If you're new down to my channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. Hope you're finding today's content helpful. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're enjoying my content and you don't subscribe though, please consider clicking the button below, ring that notification bell, and then you find out when I drop a new video. But now we're going to move those hands more to the right and go into a bigger swing. That one a little bit out the toe. So we see the path still a little bit to the left. See, my club face was still slightly closed, and that might run off the left edge of the fairway, but for me, anybody who misses that way all the time would probably love to have that idea that actually I'm starting to miss the fairway a little bit left. We're going to get much more distance on those shots and not be worrying about kind of constantly hitting that weak one out to the right. So once you can hit a few of those shots, it's really, really key then to think, right, now if I can start presenting my club face more similar to what I've seen there, now it makes sense that I could potentially aim a little bit to the right, but certainly feel like as I swing the club more over to the right. Because if that club face is now left of that, I should be able to get the ball set off a bit closer to target and then maybe even draw. Now, wouldn't that be nice if you're a slicer that you're hitting draws? So again, I'm going to do a little half swing with that stronger hold. I know that club face is going to be better halfway back, but I'm going to try and swing more to the right. So it felt like I swung more to the right. We can see there the club path was to the right. Got my club face very, very closed. So we still saw a lot of shape that way. Now, again, I don't mind because I've actually done what I wanted with the path and the club face was closed. I appreciate on my small swings, I probably don't open my body up properly, but we should see an improvement in the fuller swing. So I'm just going to go a little higher with the tee, not essential for this particular video, but I'm now going to get that feeling of that slightly stronger position of the hands. I'm going to swing back and feel like that club face stays stronger. And then feel more like I'm swinging to the right. So I'm allowing the hold of the club to strengthen the club face position. I'm then consciously working on my path more to the right so that the ball's now going to set off hopefully right of target, or worst case straight. And we shouldn't see too much shape, but maybe just shaping a little bit right to left. Let's go. So I felt a little bit out the toe. The path was still a slight bit to the left, and my club face was marginally open. So I didn't do it quite as nicely as I would have liked, but again, anyone who slices it, I think all of a sudden that's very, very playable. But didn't do it as well as I would like, so I'd go again, try and feel a bit more exaggerated. So get that little feel on the way back, and then swing more to the right. Okay. And that felt absolutely perfect. So we can see I didn't get the club face back where I needed, but club path slightly from the inside. Club face, so much better, but not closed as much as I would like. Again, maybe a little bit toey, which will make it look a little bit open. I am going to do a video on strike and how that will affect your shape of shot. But for today's video, it's about getting rid of that slice. So I've had two that definitely haven't sliced, but I haven't quite got my club face where I want on those two. So we've got one final go, pressure's on. So I'm going to move my hands a little bit more to the right. So that's definitely going to strengthen my club face. Now I can swing more from the inside. So my path was very straight. My club face was closed, hurrah. And there we've got a little draw with a slight change of the hand position on the club. Like I said, instead of that club face then wanting to roll open, the club face will stay more neutral. If you can start getting that club face better at impact, you can then change your path. But if that club face is constantly coming back to the right, there's no way you can swing more from the inside and not miss the fairway even further right. So if you want to stop your slice, fix the face first, then your swing path. Right then guys, so hopefully there, a nice simple couple of tips. Fix the face first, get that club face stronger, if a little bit closed if anything would be ideal, then you can change that swing path, swing more from the inside, get rid of that slice forever, hit it straighter, or maybe even hit a little draw with your driver. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you have enjoyed today's video and you don't currently subscribe, please click the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.